Well, you know, I was watching Geraldine and PJ's daughter was up there.
Isn't she? Oh, what a sweetie.
I met her at the last election. I started calling her Trooper. You know, and I think it's embarrassing. But here's a young woman. She's what, 7th or 8th grade or something?
Yeah, she's
7th grade.
She's 12. Yeah.
And in between talking, as people walk by, and they would say, "Vote for my mom, Geraldine." And when there was nobody coming, she's sitting there doing homework. You know.
Yeah.
I said, now this is a classy young person.
She has a couple of sons too, doesn't she? Because I saw them when I went to vote.
Yeah.
Ella's a pretty little girl. I say some people are born in brown paper bags and some people are born gift wrapped, and that child is definitely gift wrapped. She is a beautiful child, and inside and out. She's a really sweetie.
Are you trying to say Tony and I are brown paper bags?
Brown paper bag.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, yeah.
Tony, I think we're at the wrong table.
Bag lunch.
No, you're not. No, you're. What would we do without these two?
I know. They're wonderful. Fred has been an excellent mentor for me for the past 2 years. He's been, you know, really trying to teach me and to learn the ropes, and I thank you for that.
Don't blame me.
Didn't do it. I thank you for that, Fred. That's been wonderful.
You know, Mayor Robinson, the first time I met you, I thought you were very standoffish.
Standoffish? Yeah, that's me, Mr.
No,
Standoffish.
Well, I went to talk to you about something, a problem, I guess, with violence or something over here, and you just looked like, lady, I don't want to be bothered. That's just the look I got from him. But as I got to know you, you're not like that.
Not at all. Yeah.
No, I've got to know him now. I really got to know him.
Yeah, I think sometimes if I take a hit, sometimes it's that people think that I'm too frivolous. Yeah, because you know, my defensive mechanism for everything all my life has been humor. Yeah. And you know, you've got to look at you know it's 3rd and 47, and you're sitting there. You better have a sense of humor, buddy.
You really have to get to know the person too.
Yeah, but,
and, you know.
It's good, but that's why I say this city has truly been blessed, not only with the council, but with strong candidates, and I think that's what brings people together.
Yes,
you know? I mean, I would have liked to see more people participating in the election.
Yeah,
you never know what the dynamic is.
What brought you to Bowie?
Well, I was a teacher here at the Annex.
Okay.
And my wife and I, was my wife then, we just fell in love with this neighborhood. I call it Mayberry.
It is.
It is.
And you know, and one thing that I would like to say about this process to get more people involved.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that we should spend less money campaigning, and we should put that into little mini forums where we can actually bring people in and ask us questions about what's going on. You look at the finance reports, which are due in 2 weeks. Add all that up. Look how much money we could actually save if we got the communities involved and did four different ones and did one in the 1st district and 2nd district, 3rd, and so on, and did those, as opposed to spending all this money on these signs that people steal and take away and knock down out the yard and all the wasted money. Where could that money be going to helping the mentoring program, to helping the seniors, to helping all kinds of things that the city needs? I think that's just me. I just think my wife she calls me tight. I hate wasting money.
Do you squeak when you walk?
Yes, I do. And when I look at it, and it all comes back around, and the people just want to know where you stand.
Yes.
Why not bring the people in?
What do you think, Mayor?
Well, I think, you know, in years past, I know we've had multiple interview sessions and stuff like that. I think sometimes it depends on how many candidates there are and what the spread. This time, there wasn't really any single big. A couple of elections back, we had the police referendum about whether we were going to make a basic change in the way we do business, and that brought out a significant number of voters. And what we did on that is, I mean, some of us, I invested a lot of time in that because I truly believe that was the right thing to do. And we went to every group that would let us in and talked about it. So this is what we want to do. This is why we want to do it. This is how we propose to do it. This is what it's going to cost us collectively, and this is what it's going to cost you as a homeowner. And here are the flags that we would lay out in terms of progress in measuring effectiveness and accountability. And I think when people looked at that, you know, by going around all those places, they bought into it. And I think we had like a 77, 78% affirmative vote to do that, which would, you know, because really what we're doing is going to the electorate and say, we want to spend an awful lot of money. I mean, the city budget for police went from 0 to about $5.5 million in 2 years.
Cool.
And it's going to ultimately get up to about $7 million when we get to the full complement. But I think people looked at it and said, this is the kind of investment we want. Because this is a good community, it's a strong community, it's a safe community, and we want to keep it that way. And I think Tony's right. The more you can talk about those kinds of things, and the more people get a sense for, you know, where you are. You know, like the issue about the city hall. We must have had 30 meetings about that, and that was a multi-year project. And then as it got closer and closer towards decisions and about sites and all that, then the process accelerated. But we must have had a half a dozen or more specific budget meetings related to the construction and the financing and all that. And then we had a number of presentations by the architect about options and alternatives. We had presentations by staff at different meetings on locations and alternative things. I'll bet you combined, we must have had 30 public meetings on that building.
Good Lord.
And still at the end of the day, I mean, I had people say, well, why are we doing this? Or why not over there? And the truth is, you know, you can go out and you can encourage things, and 98% of the people will say, yeah, you know, let's engage. And then, you know, there's like that, we used to talk about the 10% that never get the word.
Well, you know, I think the other thing too is that we don't have as many organizations that we used to have, you know, and like we used to have the Bowie Crofton Business and Professional Women.
Yes.
And now
definitely.
that shrunk down because, you know, the women get older, the young kids don't come in and pick up the baton and go with it. So now it's the Bowie Laurel Business and Professional Women. So you don't go out to Laurel to hear a forum about what's happening in Bowie.
Exactly.
And we have a Rotary, but it's a new Rotary, and it's struggling. And so, you know, the little ones that are left, they're small and they're struggling. And so the chamber just, you know, they're struggling for membership. I mean, any membership organization is struggling. And so these are the ones that used to call you and ask you to come out. You know, the Republican women used to ask you to come out. The Democrats Club would hold something. But
we were always doing
yeah,
something.
but they're just not meeting anymore like they used to. So it makes it a little more difficult to try to get to the places you want to go. I mean, if you'd go out and you'd speak, but you'd come out and you'd talk to a club that might have 4 people attending the meetings. Well, okay, but you've hit 4 people you might not otherwise have been able to
Don't want to cut you
to
off.
hit.
You got to wrap.
So,
Last words.
I'd like to thank the people of Bowie for supporting my my first run.
Okay.
And I'll be back.
Diane?
thank you all for your support, your encouragement, and your faith that I'll do a good job.
Mayor
for you.
Robinson?
Same thing. Thank everybody. This is a great community. I'm just proud to call it my hometown. It's been home to me and my kids growing up here.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.